and this is from the podcast Young and Blessed. Today I am here with a very special guest, Ariana.
Hello.
Why don't you tell us a little bit about yourself?
Hi, my name is Ariana Moreno. I am 24 years old. Me and Ashley both assist the same church, so we go to the First Apostolic Church. It's in the Northeast. We will leave the address right below. But my dad has been pastoring at that church for about 21 and 22 years. And throughout that time, I have been a Sunday school teacher for little kids. I have been singing at church, but I never took my relationship with God very seriously until maybe about November, when we had a guest speaker come, and it really impacted my life. And so starting in January, I did have the privilege of starting to work with the youth, and we've started doing Bible studies every Friday at 7 p.m. And we started off by reading a book by Francis Chan, and it's called The Forgotten God. And it basically talks about the Holy Spirit. That's the main focus, and how sometimes as Christians we basically look as if God and the Holy Spirit were two separate things, and how it shouldn't be like that. And essentially, if you're forgetting about the Holy Spirit, you're forgetting about God and your relationship. And so we finished that book about 3 weeks ago, and then we started off with Crazy Love, which is another book, Francis Chan. And we're currently on chapter 2, and just with the second chapter, it's really impacted and made us reflect on our lives and different ideas that we also want to do with the youth as well.
Tell us some of the ideas. What should we be expecting?
So one of the ideas that we did get from the book was based on the testimony of a young girl from high school. She babysat all the time, and that money that she got from babysitting, she would buy Bibles and then hand them out to people. So she had about 200 Bibles collected in her garage when she was involved in a car accident and she passed away. And so in her funeral, she had written a letter about what she wanted to do in life. And so they printed out that letter, they put it in every Bible, and they passed it out in her funeral. And about 200 youth gave their life to Christ that day. And so the book basically told us that how she impacted more people, or she brought more people to Christ in just one day than most of us do in our whole entire life, which is very sad but true. And we also have we did a community service event with some of the other churches around. We called it the Blessing Box, and so we handed out hygiene items, food and stuff like that to homeless people around downtown. We gave out about 30 boxes, and so we want to do more stuff like that with patients with cancer. We want to do it's called a chemo care kit. So for the kids that are going through chemotherapy, it's just like a little gift to kind of distract them from that life that they're living in the hospital or stuff like that. And we have a lot of more events that are coming up that you should stay in tune for, because they're going to be a big blessing to everyone.
Something you want to tell us to the youth that's out there?
Something that I would like to say is that I got from the book as well is not to take our life so, treat it like if it was just almost like if we had, 7 lives, that it's like, no, it's just whatever, I can do it tomorrow, or I can get right with God in a year or two. But the reality is that our life is very fragile, and so we need to treat it that way. And it's never too late to start your relationship with God, no matter what you did, no matter what people have said, different things. We need to realize that our God is about mercy and love, and that we're always invited into His presence, and that's pretty much
So it's like we basically take things for granted, and we should do it now instead of waiting.
Yeah.
We have more coming, lots of more surprises, more videos. Thank you for being here, Ariana.
Thank you for having me.
Remember, you are young and blessed.